Good day, everyone. Our subject for today is COF, or Computer Office Application, MS Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. But before anything else, allow me to introduce myself. I am Maria Analu M. Tiongson, 20 years of age and a resident from Bagong Bayan, Lobok, Bohol. I am currently taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. So for today, we're going to discuss about Chapter 1, Computer History and Highlights, Computers Today. But before we go deep into the topic, let us know first what is computer. So, if makadungog the word na computer, I know it's not new to us and for me, since we are a 21st century learner. So, computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and process data. So sa gingon panahon ganina, if makalanog ganit ang computer, di na ginabago para nato since adto ta kasagaran magama sa itong mga projects, anak ta kuan sa itong online class, if ever na may laptop or computer or aside from your cell phones, and that is where we usually accomplish our requirements. So, kaning computer, gamit na kayo siya nato karong panahon na. So, I think it's really impossible for us and for me to not know what computer is, what it looks like, and what it is for. So, if there is a human evolution, there is also what we call as computer generation. So, unsa man ni siya and nganong kinahanglan man nato ni siya mahibaw-an. So, computer generations, I mean, through the computer generations, we can know about how computers evolve, or I mean, what are the developments that it undergoes with over time. So, there are four generations. Yeah. So, the first generation of computer is happened during, I mean, first generation of computer happened during 1946 to 1959. So as we look at the picture at the right side, we can see nga lahi ra siya sa forma sa makita nato nga computer karon. So what are the features in this kind of first generation computer? So we have here vacuum tube technology. So mo ni siya ang gigamit ani nga computer. And it is unreliable, supported machine language only, very costly meaning dako siya gasto, mahal, generated a lot of heat, slow input and output devices, huge in size. It's not dili na siya questionable para nato if mingon og huge in size kay bisag sa picture pala we can already picture out nga dagko jud na siya nga klase sa computer. And it needs AC, non-portable meaning we cannot bring it anywhere with us kung asa tamudong, and it consume a lot of electricity. So unsa may mga example of first generation computer? These are ENIAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, IBM 701, and IBM 650. So by the way, kaning gipakita na ko nga picture ani sa ibabaw is that is what we call as ENIAC. Ani siya. So let's proceed to second generation computer. So second generation computer happened during existed during 1959 to 1965. So mo na siya ang example niya kay nasa picture nga nasa taas. So what are the features of second generation computer? So first, use of transistors, meaning it uses transistors. So katong ganina vacuum tube technology, kani siya transistors. So another features of second generation computers are it is reliable compared to the first generation computer. It is smaller in size compared to the first generation computer. So di ba if kung nakainomdom mo sa gipakita nga picture ganina, mas gamay-gamay ni siya kumpara adto. And it generated less heat as compared to first generation computer, and it consumed less electricity as compared to the first generation computers. So what are the examples of second generation computers? These are IBM 1620, IBM 1794, CDC 1604, CDC 3600, and UNIVAC 1108. So that's all about second generation computers. Next is we have third generation computers. So this generation of computers existed during 1965 to 1971. So what are the features? Integrated circuits used. So, mosad ni ang gigamit sa third generation computer. Smaller size, generated less heat, faster, lesser maintenance, costly, it required AC, and consumed lesser electricity and supported high-level language. So, what are the examples of third generation computers? These are IBM 360 series, Honeywell 6000 series, IBM 370 or 168, and TDC 316. So next generation of computer is the fourth generation. So this existed during 1971 to 1980. So let me reiterate what I have said earlier. There are 5 generations, not 4. So what are the features of fourth generation computers? So it is VLSI technology used. So most ni ang gigamit aning generation. Very cheap, meaning barato. Portable and reliable. Use of PCs. Very small size. Pipeline processing. No AC required. Concept of internet was introduced. Great developments in the fields of networks. So, if kung makabantay mo sa picture nga nasa screen, I think some of you are familiar with this kind of fourth generation computer. Misag ako, murag naka-familiar pa ko ani nga forma kay murag I not literally nakaabot ko pero nako'y nakitaan pa nga ingani ang forma sa computer. So, what are the examples of fourth generation computers? These are DEC-10, Star 1000, PDP-11, Cray-1, Cray-X, MP. So, mo na siya ang under the fourth generation computers. And the last generation of computer which we have today is the fifth generation. So this started during 1980 up until the present. So what are the features of the fifth generation computers? It is ULSI technology, development of true artificial intelligence, meaning AI. Ani nga time nag-exist na si AI, and I know most of us are familiar with what AI is. And another feature of fifth generation is development of natural language processing, advancement in parallel processing, more user-friendly ni siya compared sa mga nanglabay nga generation, and the availability of very powerful and compact computers are at cheaper rates. So mas barato na ni siya kumpara sa mga nanglabay nga generations. So what are examples of fifth generation computers? These are desktop. I know you are familiar with this. Laptop, most especially laptop. Sure kung kailan na jud mo ani. We have notebook, ultrabook, and Chromebook. So mano siya all about fifth generation computers. So next, we have types of computer. Unsa man yung mga klase-klase sa computer? Let's start with PC or personal computer. So looking at the picture, I know kahibaw mo nakailag yun mo kung unsa ni siya. So PC or personal computer is defined as a small, relatively inexpensive computer designed for an individual user. So from the word itself, personal meaning individual. Dili dyan na siya ingon niya pang daghanay nga computer. So it is based on microprocessor technology that enables manufacturers to put an entire CPU on one chip. So mano siya ang example sa PC. Another types of computer is workstation. So from the word itself, workstation, so meaning usually makita nato na siya sa mga kumpanya or establishments. So workstation is a computer used for engineering applications such as CAD and CAM. So desktop publishing, software development, and other such types of application which require a moderate amount of computing power and relatively high-quality graphics capabilities. So, mo ni siya kanina sa picture mo ni ang workstation. And another type of computer is the mini computer. So, nasa picture nga gipakita na ako sa screen. So, mini computer, it is a mid-size multi-processing system capable of supporting up to 250 users simultaneously. So imagine 250 ka users ang makagamit ani niya, although it is called as mini computer. Another type of computer of computer is the mainframe. So what is mainframe? Mainframe is a very large in size and is an expensive computer capable of supporting hundreds or even thousands of users simultaneously. So makita nato sa picture nga dili jud questionable ang gi-state sa screen nga very large in size. Kaya di ba makita nato diri nga dako jud siya. And it is expensive, meaning costly siya, dako ka magastuan ng computer. So it executes many programs currently and supports many simultaneously execution of programs. So bisag ako wala pa ako nakakita in personal kung unsay formaning mainframe. The last type of supercomputer is, the last type of computer is supercomputers. So supercomputers are one of the fastest computers currently available. So modo ni siya ang pinaka-paspas nga computer nga available today. So they are very expensive. So kung expensive tungo sa, mas expensive ang supercomputer. And these are employed for specialized applications that require immense amount of mathematical calculations. So this is an example of, this is what supercomputers look like. So that is all about the types of computer. Next, we'll proceed to what is a network system. So network system is an expert system. An expert system is a computer program that uses artificial intelligence or AI technologies to stimulate the judgment and behavior of a human or organization that has expert knowledge and experience in a particular field. Meanwhile, network consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources, exchange files, or allow electronic communications. Computers may be linked through cables, telephone, radio, waves, satellites, or infrared light beam. So, kani siya ang ipakita sa picture mo na example of network. So, if nakabanday mo na, ari ang pinaka-main, and this main board are connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 personal computers or laptop. So, muna siya gitawag na network. And we also have here the word internet. And I know you are very much aware of what internet is and how essential it is in our life today. So internet is a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication process. So from the word itself, variety of information and communication, it is not questionable kay ba man ta through internet we can gain or acquire a lot of informations, and it is through internet also that we are able to communicate with our loved ones, most especially those who are far from us. So what are the 5 steps or functions of computer? First is takes data as input. Second step, it stores the data or instructions in its memory and uses them as required. The third step is processes the data and converts it into useful information. The fourth step is it generates the output. And the last step or functions of a computer, it controls all the above 4 steps. So what are the advantages of computer? We have here high speed. Nga high speed man ang computer? It's because butang nimo sa mga data, dali ra kayo siya makaprocess and makasave ka og time niya. Like for instance, if you want to know something, if mo dun kag library, taas kayo kag time nga ma-consume para mapangita sa data. Whereas, if kung ari ka sa computer, input nimo ana and you go enter with your data, makita na nimo dayon ang mga results. And the second advantage of computer is accuracy. So, most of the things that we find in the internet or through computers is sakto, but it it depends sad kung unsa nga data ang gi-input ana niya kay di ba for instance sa matay gitawag karon nga fake news. So if that information is a fake one, so di siya ma-under accuracy. But if kung mingon tag in general, computers really give us the accurate information. So storage capability, so dili siya questionable for us kay if mingon ta og computer, daghan ta og ma-store nga data or mga files or informations that we want to keep within ourselves kay if kintahay mag-notes ta nga na if ever na mga circumstances nga mukaan, pwede siya mawala. Whereas if ang i-store na to siya computer, as long as the computer is safe, then the files also are safe and mas daghan siya og ma-store nga data. And diligence, that's another advantage of computer. Versatility, meaning versatile ang computer, of course. Dili naman usa ka field ang pwede nga or usa ka aspect ang pwede mabuhat sa computer. It has a lot of things to offer with. And reliability, as what I have said earlier, which is in relation to accuracy. Automation, and the last advantage of computer is reduction in paperwork and cost. Of course, if kung naa tayo computer, we don't have to print everything. Kaya pwede naman ta nga kitahin na tayo files, i-open, i-save na to siya sa computer, and if kung gusto man ta mo basa o balik, we can check that one with the use of our computer and there's no need for us to print. And in terms of cost, so di na po ta makagasto sa pagpaprint. So that's all about the advantages of computer. Next is we have disadvantages of computer. So unsa may mga disadvantages of computer? First, no IQ. Medyo harsh siya paminawon, but nganong gitawag man og no IQ ang computer? It's because ang computer wala siya kagalingon nga panghuna-huna. Nagdepende ra siya sa human. So kung unsay gi-input sa human or unsay gipang-process sa human ana, mao ra sad na ang i-process sa computer, meaning it cannot decide on its own. Kay nakadepende naman siya sa human. Mo nang gitawag siya og no IQ. Dependency, meaning ang computer is dependent sa human. Dili siya maka-stand on its own. Kay dili wala man siya kagalingon niya, brain and language. Mo nang gitawag, mo nang dependency is one of the disadvantages of computer. Next is environment. Computers, dili nimo siya pwede bisag asa nga ibutang. It needs to be in a safe place and you need to consider the environment kung asa nimo gi-keep imong computer para dili maguba siya or walay mga malfunctions nga mahitabo sa imong computer. And no feelings. Of course, computers have no emotions. Bisan pa og daghang kag i-share with the use of your computer, that computer cannot reciprocate the emotions you are giving in. Kaya wala man siya emotion. So, mo na disadvantage siya, computer. So, last topic for this day is all about the application of computers in various fields. So, sa asa man nga field, pwede na to ma-apply ang computer. Or sa asa man nga field, pwede magamit or essential ang computer. First is we have business. So, in business, dili siya questionable kay if mo dong gid mo mga kumpanya, even if gagmay na siya nga kumpanya or dago nga kumpanya, we can see a lot of computers and we can also see nga gipanggamit yun na nila. So, in businesses, computers are used for payroll calculations. Can na bitaw ang things will do? Kanang inig paperman nila, of course, we need computers so we can have print outputs of that. Budgeting, mas dali siya kay na may gitawag na itong Excel. Sales analysis, financial forecasting, managing employee database, and maintenance of stock. So, if anak mag sa computer ni mo i-store niya yung mga data, mas safe siya compared sa mga printed nga output. And then, another field of application of computer is banking. So, karon if nakabantay mo, most especially pag start sa COVID, nanatay mga gikuan, even before COVID, pero mas na known na siya during COVID pandemic. So, kaning gitawag na to og online accounting facility. Wherein kanang if magsud ta og kwarta, mag-cash out ta og kwarta, or unsa pay mga transactions nga we kanang in related to bank, so pwede na daw siya mabuhat online through online accounting facility nga usa siya sa features sa computer. Another aspect nga natabang sa computer in terms of banking fields is ATM machines. So I know you all know about what ATM machines is and how useful it is, most especially karon nga ang mga sweldo is dili na personally ihatag kundi through banks na ang pagkuha sa sweldo. Another field is insurance. So insurance companies are keeping all records up to date with the help of computers. So bitaw if makabantay mo, if kintahay na mo I mean kintahay na gihatag nga insurance ninyo ang usa ka kumpanya pwede man ninyo na siya ma-check with the use of your phones or laptop or even computer. No need naman hindi naman necessarily nga modong mo mismo sa site tungod kay naa naman na siya online. And insurance companies, finance houses, and stockbroking firms are widely using computers for their concerns. So, muna siya ang giingon na ho, ganina. Another field of wherein computer is being na-apply is education. And we all know nga, di siya ikatinga, di niya nga ikapangutana kung anong na ang education. During the start of COVID pandemic, we all know nga nag-start sa online class. And our computers is one of the tools nga nahimong malampuson ang gitawag nila nga distance learning through online classes and even modular kay dili man sila maka-print out if walay mga computer nga gigamit. So education, it provides a tool in the education system. So sa gingon panahon dako kayong tabang ang computer sa educational nga field. Kaya if wala ni siya duha-duha gyud nga ma-startan ang pag-eskwela during the pandemic and even before the pandemic. So it involves control, delivery, and evaluation of learning. It is used to prepare database about performance of a student, and analysis is carried out on this basis. So if nakabantay mo ka ng ato mga grado, di ba, i-input naman dyan nila sa mga computer. And then if kung nakabantay sad mo nga sa G-class, I don't know if sa tanan ba nga instructor nga, if ever sa Google Classroom na exam, the instructor can see kung unsay status sa exam. Like for instance, in question number 1, pila ka book ang sakto o pila ka buok ang dili. So, ang through that also makita sa maestro kung asa nga aspect naglisod ang mga bata in that certain examination. So, mo sa usa ka tabang sa computer in the field of education. And lastly, computer education is rapidly increasing the graph of number of computer students. So, through computer education, mas nadaghan ang computer literate nga individuals. Another field of application is marketing. So, unsa maning marketing? If kung kanang Generation Z gyud mo, kabaw na mga online selling, di ba? So, usa sa na siyang aspect sa marketing. So, through computers, firms can provide advertising. Kanang kintahay, kanabita makita ninyo sa Facebook, even sa TV, nakagamit man na sila og computer para mapanindot ang ilahang advertising. So, advertising professionals create art and graphics, write and revise copy, and print and disseminate ads with the goal of selling more products. So, sa gingan panahon, it is through computers nga gigamit sa mga negosyante para ma-promote ang ilahang mga product. And home shopping. So sa gingan po na pag-introduce sa marketing kaning gitawag og online selling. So karon dili na pwede na ka maka-order anything you want nga dili na ka mudong mismo sa site but only through your phones or your laptops or your computer nga maka-order na mo dayon. Kay na naman ta gitawag nga home shopping. So home shopping, it provides access to product information and permit direct entry of orders to be filed by the customer. So mana sa usa ka tabang sa computer in terms of marketing. Next is healthcare. Of course, computer technology kanang pag-emerge na ng duha dako ay nagtabang sa tuang healthcare. So diagnostic system, it collects data and identify the cause of illness. So sa una, di ba, if nakabantay mo, if nasakit dugi kay siya, may bawaan kung unsay if masakit ang tadugi kay may bawaan kung unsay rason nga nung nasakit siya, kung unsay tambal na niya, but now, dali ra kayo. And that's because of computer and the emergence of technology. Another aspect of healthcare is kaning lab diagnostic system. Test and reports. Kintahay magpa-x-ray mo, kanang sa heart bitaw magpa-check mo and your blood or urine or whatever laboratory test that you're going to undergo with, dako tabang ang computer kay tungod ana mas mapadali ang pag-process sa result and of course sa pag-process sad sa test. Another aspect sa healthcare is pharma information system. So i-check drug labels, expiry dates, harmful side effects and etc. So kanang sa mga tambal, ma-monitor nato kung through kitahay sa Excel, ibutan kita nila morning nga tambal, and then kana sana ma-expire nga na mark na sila table or data nga through computer dali ra nila may bawaan nga na-expire na niya, we need to dispose this one. Mo na ang side effects niya, we need to keep be mindful with this nga na. And the last ka aspect sa healthcare nga which is importantehan sad is kaning surgery, kanang mag-perform og surgery. With the use of computer, ma-monitor og dali-dali sa mga doctor ang heartbeat during operation, and then ang mga technology sa dili na ay kanang ang pag-process sa pag-opera is dili na kayo siya risky tungod kay nanay may mga computer and technologies na exist kumpara sa una nga mano-mano kana bitaw murag magduha ka as a patient. And the next field is engineering design. Kaning gitawag og kaning mga AutoCAD, Adobe, and sa panaylaing application nga na magamit in terms of engineering and design. So we have here structural engineering, design of ships, buildings, budgets, airplanes, and etc. So dili naman dyan siya ikapangutan na karon kay if na may mga kailangan mga nasa field sa engineering, mostly gud karon is gigamit na ang computer sa pag-design. Kana although magamit yapon sila kanang magmano-mano bitaw like ay kanang with the use of paper and pen, but mostly good is nagamit na through computer. Industrial engineering, design, implementation, and improvement of integrated systems of people, materials, and equipment. And the last is architectural engineering. So it involves planning towns, designing buildings, determining range of buildings on a site. Namang good po yung advantage if magamit ka o computer kung mag-design kay mas dali siya kumpara sa if magmano-mano ka if ever na mali, if ever na mali, you need to start over again. Unlike sa computer nga, pwede raman nimo siya ma-erase and i-replace kung unsay sakto unta atong part. And we also have here the field of military. So missile control, military communication, military operation and planning, smart weapons, all of that are credited to computer, the emergence of computer. Kaning military, if nakita nyo sa picture, di ba, military ani, then nag-access siya sa mga locations, so mas dali na siya kumpara sa una. And of course, the most important thing is communication. So email, chatting, Usenet, FTP, Telnet, video conferencing, kana nga field is mo na siya not the only aspect pero mo na siya pinakadakog impact sa emergence sa computer. And madali-dali na lang nato og contact ang mga tao nga bisag nasa layo, makontak nato sila anytime. And dili na nato sila lisod reach out kay na my computer which are used for communication and of course with the help of internet. And then the last one is government. So ngano ma-apply man ang government sa field nga na-apply na to ang computer. So in terms of budgeting, sales tax department, income tax department, computation of male or female ratio kanin sa statistics sa population, computerization of voters list, of course sa kadaghan sa tao sa kanasod or even sa tibok kalibutan, I think it's very impossible na nga imano-mano gyud nagsuwat, so they need computer and of course computer is there. Computerization of PAN card and weather forecasting. Kaning weather forecasting, although nahitabo man sa una nga bisag wala pa computer maka-forecast sila og weather, pero lahi ra gyud sa time nga nag-emerge na ang computer kay mas dali na sila maka-predict sa mga panghitabo in terms of our phenomena and mga about sa tong climate. So we also have here kaning computation of male or female ratio. kanang sa statistics bitaw, if nakabantay mo kanang na mag-survey sa inyo nga gikan sa PSA, and then ngayon na siya information ninyo like unsay edad pila edad ninyo, unsay nga ninyo, taga-asa mo, pilay member sa inyong pamilya, unsay mga trabaho ana nila, and nakabantay mo nga wala nila nagisuwat sa papel. Na sila gidada nga tablet or something phone wherein adto nila gi-input ang mga data nga na-gather nila. And that information mo na nato gamiton nila para makakuha og overall nga result kung unsay statistics sa usa ka nasod or sa usa ka kalibutan. So that's all for our discussion today, and thank you so much for listening. So if ever you have any questions, so feel free to message me from this social media accounts. So thank you so much and good day.